Hey guys, welcome to the Final Gear review. If you guys just watched my crossbreed holster video, you know that I said I was going to do a review here of the Glock 22 Gen 4. We're going to talk about some of the changes they were made between the Gen 3 and the Gen 4, and we're also going to just do a quick overview for anyone who is interested in a Glock that may have never owned one. First thing we're going to do, guys, since we're dealing with the firearm, is we're going to do a visual and a physical check of the firearm, make sure that it's unloaded. We're going to lock the slide back. We're visually going to look down in here, make sure there's not a round in the chamber, and we're also going to get our finger in there, make sure there's nothing in the chamber. Now that I've visually inspected it and I know that this firearm is unloaded, I know it's safe to handle and not have to worry about a negligent discharge. I'm going to go ahead and keep the slide back while we're talking about this, just for the pure and simple fact that lets you guys know that nothing's been put in there. Now, on the exterior, before we get to the interior of the gun, the biggest changes between a Glock 3rd Gen and a Glock 4th Gen on the outside are going to be the grip here. They've done a big addition to the grip texture. It's a lot, the stimpling is a lot deeper. You get a lot better grip. I really like it. It's very solid. It feels good in your hand. So that, to me, has been a very large improvement in this firearm. Now, the next thing they've done also involves grip of the firearm. It's the back straps here are actually adjustable. There's a little pin right here that just gets pushed out, and this back strap comes off, and you can put, I believe it comes with 3 different back straps, so that if you've got a big hand, a big chunky hand, you can put a thicker back strap on to take up more room so you can get a better grip. If you've got tiny, dainty little hands, you can take it off altogether and give you a better grip that way. So, I mean, you really can customize the grip on this gun to the way you want it, which is really nice and something that I feel is a big improvement over the Gen 3. If you didn't have a hand that was, an abnormally large hand, or if you had an abnormally small hand, the gun may not fit right and it may not feel comfortable, which can affect your shooting position, your accuracy. Now, one of the biggest things for left-handed shooters is going to be the release on this, okay? I did not bring a magazine with me. Give me a second, guys. We're going to grab a mag so I can show you that. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, we're back. I got 2 mags here. We're going to go ahead. We're going to show you the Gen 3 mag. Now, this is a Gen 3 mag for the Glock 22. This is a 15-round mag, so it makes the firearm a total of 16 round mag, so it's 15 plus 1 in the chamber. Now, if you look at it here, what this little indentation here is this is the mag release area. This is where the firearm clips in and it holds tight, allowing the magazine to stay in the mag well of the firearm. And then when you push your mag release, little lever pops out and it drops out. Now, the big problem that people had, and one of the most common arguments with the Glock, was if you're a left-handed shooter, as you see as a right-handed shooter, they've really done a good job. It's perfect to release the magazine. You just have it right there, you can press it. But if you're a left-handed shooter, you've got to use your other hand. I don't know what left-handed shooters do, because I've never been a left-handed shooter, of course. I'm right-handed. But they say, why doesn't Glock, make a gun for us? Well, in the Gen 4, they fixed that. If you look at a Gen 4 mag, you've now got clips, little indentations on both sides. Now, the reason for that is this mag release is removable. So you can remove the mag release button and you can flip it over and put it on this side. So now, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, you've got a gun for you. So that alleviates a large problem that Glock had with their firearms when it came to left-handed shooters. Now, being that I had a loaded magazine close to this firearm. I'm going to do another visual and physical check. It is clean and empty. Now we're going to move on here to the inside. What is by far the biggest improvement on this firearm. Now, for those of you that don't know how to remove the slide on a Glock, we can do a video for that. Please ask for that and we'll make one for you. Now here is the biggest improvement, at least in my eye. I mean, or in my eyes, that's all, you know, based on opinion, but it's going to be the recoil spring. Now, if you guys notice, anyone, unfortunately, I don't have my Gen 3 Glock with me. The biggest difference is this recoil spring, and anyone that has shot Gen 1, 2, or 3 Glock, full-size Glock, is going to know this looks different. Now, what is different about this is this inner spring, the diameter right here, used to go all the way down. So it was this diameter all the way around from one end to the other. Now what they've done is they've taken a note from some of the compact and subcompact Glocks, and they've done what's called a double recoil spring. So now you have this larger spring over the top, and what this does is this aids in the recoil. Now, I don't think, and I've never seen any real study giving, you know, baselines on, you know, how much this changes recoil. But in my eyes, and this is once again not backed by science, this is personal opinion, but when you're shooting this firearm, a Gen 4 with this double spring, shooting a 40 feels like you're shooting a 9mm. And then when you're shooting a 45, it feels like you're shooting a 40. So, I mean, the recoil, the follow-up shot is greatly improved when you've got this double spring. So I think this was a fantastic addition, and by far the most important addition. Now, some people ask me, they say, hey, so is it worth it? Is the Gen 4 better, or is the Gen 4 worse? My answer to that is it depends on you. I'm not going to tell you that the Gen 4 is better or worse than the Gen 3, Gen 2, Gen 1. What I am going to tell you is I personally think they've made massive improvements. You get the diehard people that say don't fix it if it's not broken. And they're upset that Glock's tinkering around with their lineup. Prime example of where those people are 100% correct is when Glock came out with the Gen 3 from the Gen 2. I had a Gen 3. I put a laser light on the bottom of it, and lo and behold, I go to do qualification with my firearm, and every single round is stovepiping. I am getting a malfunction on every single round. And my firearms instructor's telling me, you're limp wristing it, you know, it's your fault. This is shooter error. So he grabs the firearm, he shoots, jam, jam, jam. Come to find out, Glock had screwed something up when they made the new pistol, and putting that extra weight on the front of the pistol caused the weapon to jam. Now, they quickly sent out new recoil springs, and the issue was fixed. But that's a prime example of where the people have that mentality that why change it if it's not broken. Now, I can tell you, between the Gen 3 and the Gen 4, they haven't broken anything. At least on my firearm. Everything still functions. When I put a light on the front, it works. I have not had a single malfunction in this firearm in the 2 years that I've owned it. It's run flawlessly. So, like I said, if you were to ask me which is better, Gen 2 or Gen 3, I'm going to tell you it's a personal opinion. Go shoot them both and make your own mind up. We're going to do another check here, visual and physical. It's clear and empty. Give you guys a little bit of information on the Gen 4 firearm. Like I said, this is a 22, so this is a Glock 40 caliber. It's got an overall length when the slide is closed of 7.95 inches, and then a height of 5.43 inches. Now, what a lot of people don't realize, and I hear a lot of people saying, is, well, I can't use that holster because I've got this Glock or I got that Glock. If you guys watched my crossbreed holster review, everything on every Glock is the same from here to here. Where you get your difference is when you start getting into the 40 or the 9 and you're back here, your mag well is going to change because you need a bigger mag for the firearm. Now, unloaded, this firearm weighs 22.75 ounces, and loaded it weighs 34.42. Now they come stock with a 5.5 pound trigger pull. I don't ever change the trigger pull for the pure and simple fact is I know that, and have read stories about negligent discharge when people change their innards on the firearm. So I always leave my innards alone. I don't want to mess with them. Now, this has a right-handed twist. The length of twist in this barrel up here is 9.84. Now, that's getting technical, but I want to give you all the little specs that Glock has on their websites. I'm not here to try to sell you guys a Glock or tell you Glock's better than Smith & Wesson or H&K or SIG, although in my personal opinion, you're crazy for carrying a SIG. I can't stand how heavy those things are. But I'm just here to let you guys know. We'll do some reviews on some of my other firearms at a later date. But this is the review and the differences between the Glock 22 Gen 3 and Gen 4. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and check out some of the other reviews that I've done. I did a review on all my firearms just as an overview, and then I also did a review recently of the Bravo Company EAG Tactical 223 rifle. Until next time, guys, stay. Wow, okay, I'm not even gonna say it because I'm butchering my words today. So just have a good day, guys.